It's a pleasure to have you here again. Last night you jumped on in the middle of the lightning delay that paused the game for about an hour and a half yesterday. How tough is it when you're 7 innings through a really hotly contested ball game to have your engine kind of stop then and have to restart it for the late going?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. There's different ways to go about it. I kind of treat it as two different games because when you're going to the next one, you have to get ready just like you did going into the first one. And so it was nice to come up with you and talk with you and kind of get my head off it a little bit. And I enjoyed it. The worst part last night was it was so humid, and you can't change jerseys. And so now you cool down. Now you're cold. Now you're sweating and it's a mess. But it's not that big of a deal.
So that's the first time I've ever been in a lightning delay. I know a lot of other people have experienced things like that, but other people have experienced weirder delays for other things. Have you ever had a game delayed by something other than weather or some weird kind of weather?
Well, I would say the most common weird delay is the rain delay. It's kind of we're expecting rain and it never rains, and now it's 9 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game. We haven't played and it hasn't rained a drop. We've had wind. We had I think in Cedar Rapids the whole tarp blew onto the field up and over and was destroying things, stuff like that. And we've had something down in Fort Myers in the Florida State League. You get talk about lightning delays.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. The lightning delays there. So yeah, I've had a couple.
And so in yesterday's ball game, you're able to pick up 2 hits, one of them a line shot right back out of the middle. Yep. And you've been struggling lately, I know you know it. And how good was it to kind of get that out of the way, get an absolute rip in the first inning?
It's always nice to get a hit in the first inning in any game. And especially here, we've got a little shadow problem in the first inning here. But I hadn't been getting hits the past, 5 days or so, but I've been making a couple adjustments, and I've been hitting it fine. Still getting my RBIs and stuff like that, and that's just how baseball is. It's so easy to get super down or super high. You just have to go with the ebbs and flows. Try to stay as even as you possibly can, and hopefully work on last night and keep improving. I had 4 pretty good at bats, and so hopefully bring that in tonight and the rest of the season.
And one of the very difficult things, especially when you are struggling, is making sure that you can separate your offensive mind from your defensive mind going back out onto the field. And normally that's pretty easy when you're playing a position that comes kind of natural to you, but you're playing first base now. How difficult is it with a position that you've just learned and started to play to be able to separate your offense from your defense?
I would say it's a little easier because if they put me in a place where I have more time, maybe a corner outfield spot or third base, I'm so comfortable there that'll allow my mind to think about hitting, But when I'm at first, I know I have to be 100% locked in all the time because I'm uncomfortable and because I need to be that much extra focused. And when you're doing that, you're not thinking about hitting. And so it's that combined with just staying confident. And as long as you're confident, as long as you have a plan up there and you're going up there to execute a plan, and usually it all even out.
And we talked about it last night when we chatted during the lightning delay. And of course, I got to ask it now with Sunday coming up tomorrow. Tiger Woods is in the hunt. Jordan Spieth leads at Carnoustie right now. Who do you got going into tomorrow?
Wow, that's a good question. I told you yet last night that Tiger had a good chance of getting back in, and he was lighting it up today. That got me really excited. It's hard not to bet against Jordan Spieth, right? That guy's he's a great player and great in major championships, especially. I think I'm going to go with Kevin Kisner.
Okay,
that's my pick. He's a bulldog. He's a good dude. He's a Georgia boy, and he's a fun guy. I think if Tiger can get maybe 2 birdies in the first 4 or 5 holes, and then he has that number 6 is a par 5, which if you can get something going there. These new guys, they've never experienced the Tiger roar on Sunday, and I'm very curious to see what Jordan Spieth does when Tiger's making a run on him in Sunday red.
And so obviously you also play a lot of golf. You watch a lot of golf as well. Is there anything, golf is one of the most mental sports in the game along there with baseball. Is there anything you take mentally from the course that applies also onto the diamond?
Oh, there's so much similarities between the two sports. And actually, yesterday, like you said, I hadn't had a hit in a while. I wouldn't play 9 holes in the morning just to get my mind off it, because that's probably my favorite thing about golf is when, at least when I'm golfing, I'm thinking about nothing else in the world except what I'm trying to do with my golf ball, and that kind of gets me away from baseball, gets me away from everything, and kind of resets. And it worked last night, and so it's both sports are a mental grind. And you get some in golf. You get good breaks, bad breaks. The same thing in baseball, and so it's one of the reasons I really enjoy it.
Well, Travis, best of luck tonight. Hopefully the hits keep coming.
Thanks, Sam.
You've been listening to